Notice that a lot of people have this idea that we are still under law when we are not. We are now under grace. But people want to still live like we're under the law, you know what I'm saying? As if we're in the Old Testament, which is going backwards, and it's disregarding the whole purpose of Jesus dying for us. Part of the purpose, you know, that Jesus died for us. Under the law, we're trying to earn righteousness and God's acceptance by obeying rules only. Back then, you know, I mean, I would say that they did have a relationship like Moses and him and stuff, but still, if they disobeyed one thing that he said, you were getting punished or you were getting struck down. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no grace back then. It was all about keeping the laws. Under grace means we are accepted by God through faith in Jesus, empowered to live righteously by the Spirit instead of by laws. So following these laws doesn't make you righteous. Being led by the Spirit does. Some examples of the law were like how they were doing like sacrifices, offerings. You know, they had the dietary laws like unclean versus clean animals, you know, Sabbath, Passover, rituals. You couldn't wear certain fabrics. You had to be circumcised. You know what I'm saying? Many things that were like strict rules in the Old Testament. So like to explain like dietary laws and stuff, clean versus unclean. There's people who still hold that against Christians over their head. Like, you're not supposed to be eating this. You're not supposed to be eating that. Although he said what he said. Clean. They got the clean animals, the unclean animals. But since we are not under law and we are under grace, we are not going to get condemned and sent to hell and struck down if we do that. You know what I'm saying? And people still have that mindset. Sabbath is a popular one. Going to church on Sunday versus Saturday. Don't get me wrong. Sabbath is still Sabbath. It's still the holy day. But God is not going to strike you down if you go to church on Sunday versus Saturday. And people still have this mindset of that. Because we are under grace now. It's not just law. You're not going to get struck down about not keeping these laws. And we're going to get to that. Being under grace doesn't mean we are free to sin. We're free to sin. You know what I'm saying? Law and sin is two different things. But it's that we are no longer bound to the Moses law. You know what I'm saying? In order to be righteous. We are not under law. And if you're still following laws and thinking that following laws will get you into heaven or makes you a better Christian, and that you think that you're righteous because you're following the laws, then you are still lost and you still lack understanding.